Namaste, welcome. I'm Julie with Tree of Life Yoga and Wellness. Today I'll be doing a tutorial for 3 different standing balance poses. I decided to do this video this week to go along with my blog post, Get Balanced with Yoga. And you can find that at my website, treeoflifeyogamontrose.com. So let's begin. We'll stand in mountain pose. Feel the weight of your body in your feet. Balance in the body begins in the feet. So we want to feel our weight evenly distributed across the feet. Feel the toes, the balls of the feet, the heels, the outsides of the feet, grounded down onto the earth. Our first pose we'll do is extended leg balance. So from my mountain pose, I'm going to shift my weight now over into the right leg and keep lifted up out of the right leg, so I don't want to sink over to the right. Feeling lifted up out of the right leg, point my left toes forward. Inhale, lift the arms, and if you want, you can lift the foot off the floor. You can also keep the toes down. You're still basically balancing on one leg. It's important here to keep the shoulders right over the hips. So we want to stay strong in the core. Breathing smoothly in and out through the nose. And you'll want to try to stay for 5 to 10 breaths. And then exhale, lower the foot back down. Lower the arms. Bring your weight back into both feet. And then if you like, before you shift to the other side, you can just kind of shake it out a little bit. I usually like to do that before I move to the other side. I'm going to come back to mountain pose. My shoulders right over the hips, hips right over the knees and ankles. And now shift my weight into the left leg and point the right foot forward. Inhale, lift to come into my balance. So we want to keep a nice, smooth, steady breath. And you may want to find a focus point to look at, a drishti point. Maybe something out on the wall in front of you or out on the floor. And you want it to be far enough away so that you don't have to tip your head down to look down at the floor. You don't want to throw the alignment off. Stay strong in the belly. Breathing smoothly. Taking 5 to 10 breaths. Exhale, lower the foot back down. Bring the weight back into both feet for just a moment before you shake it out. All right, I'm going to shake it out a little bit. And we'll get ready for our next pose. A foundational balance pose in yoga, Vrikshasana or tree pose. So we'll begin the same way, bringing our awareness and attention to our feet, feeling the weight of the body. You may even like to shift the weight forward and back, side to side, just really feeling the weight of the body across the feet. And then we'll start on the right side. I'm going to shift my weight into my right leg. And there's a variety of positions you can take in tree pose. You can keep the toes down on the floor as I am right now with the heel up, touching the lower leg. So you could be right here in balance where most of the weight is on the right leg, but you're getting a little bit of support from the left side, the left foot. You can bring the foot up to the ankle, up to the calf, or all the way up to the inner thigh. You want the foot pressing against the leg pressing back into the foot. Have that strong contact there. So anywhere along the leg, just not right at the knee. So you find a spot where you want to balance today, where it feels best for you, and we'll use our balance tools. I like to start with the hands together at heart center. Once I feel strong and steady, I may take the arms up overhead and express my tree branches. Staying strong in the belly, Find a drishti point to focus on. Keep the breath smooth and steady. You can visualize yourself as a tree, imagining your leg as a tree trunk with roots going down through the foot, down into the ground, holding you strong and steady. Trees do sway. You'll have some movement. Maybe you'll even fall out of the pose, but no big deal. Don't let your ego get in the way. Just come back when you're ready. And here in the pose, take 5 to 10 breaths. And exhale, release it down. Bringing the weight back into both feet before you shake it out. Just feel and notice what's happening in your body. And then shake it out. Get ready for the other side. All right. So now I'll shift my weight into the left leg, lifting up out of the left leg. Take whatever position you want on this side, whatever you're feeling today. You may notice that it's easier for you to balance on one side as compared to the other. That's very common. You may also notice that some days it's easier to balance than other days. It could be for a myriad of reasons, many different things. The barometric pressure changes, maybe you have a slight cold, maybe you're tired. It could be a lot of different things. So no biggie. No harsh criticism of yourself. Just be in the present moment. Focus on the task at hand. Feel your body breathing. And you'll notice your body making minor adjustments continuously to help you maintain your balance. And when you're ready, bring the hands back to heart center and exhale, lower the foot back down, bringing the weight back into both feet. And release. Another thing I wanted to mention is that it's going to be easier to balance on a harder surface like a hardwood floor versus like I'm practicing on a carpet with a mat also. So that'll give, if you want to add a little challenge, you can add challenge that way. Or if you want to make it a little easier, go for a harder surface. So our next pose is Warrior 3. So I'm going to turn to the side to demonstrate this pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, I'm going to step back with my left foot, preparing. Hands on the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, I'm going to shift my weight onto my right leg, bending the knee. Bring my chest forward, and I'll lift the left leg back behind me. So remember, you may fall out of the pose, just start over again, no big deal. Lift the leg, straightening my supporting leg, trying to keep the hips square to the floor. I can keep my hands right here on my hips, or bringing them out into like airplane arms is even more supportive and may help with your balance. You might like to reach the arms alongside the hips. Breathing. Maybe reach the arms forward alongside the ears. I'm going to flex my foot, pointing the toes straight down toward the floor to encourage keeping my hips square. When I'm ready to come down, I'll exhale, lower the back foot, bend the front leg. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, step forward. All right, shake it out a little bit and get ready for the other side. Always want to do both sides. Don't want to be lopsided. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back with the right foot now. Hands to the hips, inhale. Exhale, shift the weight forward onto the front leg, and I'll straighten my supporting leg as I lift the back leg. So it doesn't matter how high you lift your back leg. Arms can come to a T for most support in the balance. Or you can take other positions, that's fine. Maybe you try to stay for a certain number of breaths. You want to keep your breath moving. No holding the breath. And then when you're ready, exhale, lower. Inhale. And shake it out. So those are just a few commonly used balance poses, and I hope you'll try adding them into your practice. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.